Yeah, we're here in Biltmore Village area, historic Biltmore Village, right near the Biltmore Estate, a little south of downtown Asheville. And just the flooding that we're seeing here, they're calling it catastrophic flooding, and it absolutely is. I mean, all these streets behind me are just flooded, and just really sad to see. We've seen plenty of trees down as well, and the rain obviously hasn't stopped, still coming down here. The wind has been just terrible. I mean, we've been out since around 4 o'clock in the morning, and just since then, the water levels have risen. This is the Shenandoah River here, and just flooding all of these major roadways that would typically be very busy with cars. So
Obviously, there's a lot of damage from the water. How dangerous is this for the community? Are people, are their lives at risks here?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've seen swift water rescues, and one of the reports that we got from Buncombe County here was saying they did, 60 swift water rescues just in the course of really the early morning hours, and obviously much more as the afternoon goes on here. But they're saying basically all roads are closed, and they're wanting people to think of it that way. They're asking people not to go out of their homes. That's how much of a dire situation this is going on here. Just the power lines that are down, running into that, any trees, debris in the road. They just don't want people to leave their homes today. It seems like everything is shutting down, and for good reason.
Now, we have some people from Missouri in the area. I don't know if they're in your area or not, but are you seeing a lot of help from out of state?
Yeah, that's what we've heard. We have heard out of state, as far from Illinois, even Missouri are coming. We did hear that in the briefing, so that will definitely be needed, especially as the cleanup starts. After this rain moves through and after the floodwaters kind of recede here, we're definitely going to need some help with that, because it's just devastating what we're seeing, and widespread across so many counties here in the Western North Carolina area.
What about power? Are people without power?
Hundreds of thousands of people are without power, and I know that they are starting to get that back in some areas, but yeah, hundreds of thousands of people here are without power, like I said, in many different counties. And it's overwhelming them. They're not able to get to all of these calls that have been coming out for that. So we're not sure how long that's going to last, but I think people are preparing to be without power for the long haul.
I guess they were warned to leave, but they didn't leave. Is that what happened?
No, low-lying areas, there were some mandatory evacuations for that. And we did expect there to be, pretty catastrophic flooding, rain, and everything like that. But no, as far as, evacuations, there weren't a ton of mandatory evacuations, and there have been some shelters set up. Some of those have even filled up. So yeah, it's just, I don't think there was a lot of expectation as far as how bad this really was going to be, because it's really caught a lot of people by surprise.
Is there a shortage of food and hygiene products and things like that?
I haven't seen that. I know people have been, over the past couple of days, they've been going and preparing, but I haven't seen any kind of shortage of food or anything, thankfully.
Okay. All right. Well, Gracee, I'm going to ask you to maybe flip your camera around and maybe tell me about how the water continues to rise.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, so this is, I'll show you over here. This is a major road right here. And this is the Hendersonville Road, goes all the way up to the downtown area. It's completely flooded. And then, obviously businesses, this gas station here, just completely flooded. One of these buildings back here actually is a hotel. It is completely surrounded by water. So I would imagine those people are hunkering down in there and not leaving, and trying to just go to the higher floors, because the water has really risen up there. But you can see the police officers that are blocking the road off in that direction. And then there's one police officer here as well with the city of Asheville, just trying to keep people from even getting close to this area. I mean, this is extreme, and you can really see how bad the water is and how, I mean, forceful it is. We've seen it carry dumpsters. We've seen it carry a bunch of debris. But earlier when the water wasn't this extreme, we did see people, I mean, trying to cross the water and then obviously getting stuck. And oh, look at that big old, I don't know what that is, but you can see all of the being carried by that water. So
Yeah.
anyway, Mark, let's see here. So yeah, that's kind of the situation that they're dealing with. I mean, the flooding is obviously really extreme, but power outages, such a huge issue.
And how are you
Yeah.
doing, Gracee? It sounds like you've been putting in a lot of work.
Yeah, you know, kind of on call throughout the night. We started really early this morning, and we've had wall-to-wall coverage. So I'm wet and I'm tired, but getting the word out there, and that's like, you know, that's why we do what we do, Mark. I mean, you know, especially with that, you know, tornado that went through Jefferson City. It's really what it reminds me of, these extreme weather events. It's why we're out here and we take on the elements so that we can keep other people safe. So
All right. Anything else you want to say?
no, I miss you guys though.